Hello there, I'm Callum Johns and welcome to
The CjH.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh shit! There we go. There you
I'm
are.
hacking the system.
Lagging. You broke the computer again. But
You have done that yourself.
you have done that yourself. I must become the leg. I don't know. Try doing the audio only, and maybe it won't be as stressful. there you are.
Maybe that's better.
Oh yeah, that's much better. It's less stressful on the computer. It's like trying to figure out like
Oh,
this.
that's no good. Your
What?
computer needs to break so you get warranty.
Oh yeah. I just throw it off a cliff and be like, oh, it
So
fell.
if we destroy it from using StreamYards, then you can claim it on warranty.
Yeah. But yeah, we were talking Mandalorian earlier. You were saying,
Now we can actually talk in person.
yeah, talking in person, it would be like,
Ish.
yeah, ish, until I delay and be like, robot CJ again.
You will
But yeah.
become the CJ.
Yeah. Do you think, like, judging from like what we saw from the Mandalorian, that the Kenobi series might be as good?
Yeah, I could say they could definitely pull it off with the Kenobi series
Yeah,
to be
It'd
as
be-
good.
it would be cool seeing the crate dragon on like screen.
See if
'Cause
they do that. Because we'll see if they actually go off of the Kenobi novel or not.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I was actually rewatching like Matt Wilkins' old review on that novel. Yeah, he didn't go into spoilers or anything, but it was a cool take on it, like the Western. I like the Western feel of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Western feels good. I think, though, between the two episodes, it could have been condensed into one episode.
Yeah, well, exactly, because it feels way too short. It's like,
Yeah. It's like, well, this is supposed to be just 8 episodes for the season as well.
yeah, exactly. It feels like one of my podcasts.
They could have cut out a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
Just feels like filler, and then put in the main story points.
yeah,
But I mean, one of the things I know George Lucas apparently was there and whatever, but I
Yeah.
don't care about that.
yeah.
Is that the Baby Yoda thing just really throws me off in that.
Yeah, I think the CGI on it. I don't know if it is CGI
Oh, the CGI
or like
is really good.
puppetry to it.
That'd
Do you
be
think it's a
CGI from
mixture?
the way it looks.
Yeah. Do you think it's a mixture? Because they can do that now.
It's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. I do
We
kind
could
of.
see the behind the scenes.
Yeah. I do kind of miss when like movies and TV shows used to do that, like mix. They would make a puppet, but they would add CGI to it.
And then it'll look horrible, yeah.
You make it look horrible. Not completely replace it, like they did with what's that movie that they remade, that they made all these practical effects and then like completely remade it with CGI. I was like, ugh, this is so dreadful.
I don't remember now.
Yeah,
But,
I think it was.
I think the thing with the Baby Yoda using the Force, I just think the baby thing is weird.
Yeah,
like-
it was.
Because I trust them when they say 50 years old.
Yeah,
could be a species deviation, but seriously, natural selection. If you're in a baby phase for 50 years, you'll get killed by predators.
I think it's kind of weird though. Like, do you think that Yoda's species is like strong in the Force? Because the only two Yoda species we've seen.
It seems to be that they're implying that.
Yeah.
Throughout this, in the EU, they just didn't really touch on it.
Yeah.
The two we saw were Jedi, but other than that, it wasn't touched on.
In the EU, do you think like those were the only two ones, or were there like more?
I'd like to think there were more, but I think they were outside of the galaxy. They were in one of the other galaxies or something. It's an extra galactic species, and a couple ended up going into the same galaxy that we know from the rest of Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't know, part of me wants to see like Luke Skywalker show up on The Mandalorian, but the other part of me is like, I don't want it to feel too closed.
If Luke Skywalker goes on The Mandalorian, they'll bring in Rian Johnson as the writer.
Oh, God. Like they did Breaking Bad. I don't know, his TV shows are a little bit better than his movies. That's for sure.
Well, Dave Filoni's
not by much,
already mucking around with continuity, but that doesn't matter as much in the new canon anyway.
I was saying like Dave Filoni should write a movie, but you know, I feel like he would probably be the same Rian Johnson boat, right? Where it's like
they want to write him like he is for the new canon, so they need to give him some of those tendencies earlier on, and that he's going towards that pathway.
Yeah. I would love like a live action Clone Wars series with like Ewan McGregor come back and Ewan, Ewan. You have failed me for the last time.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Obi-Wan, yeah. I saw a picture the fandom has showed as like all these vice presidents of Lucasfilm, and they all look like Kathleen Kennedy. I was like, well, that's diverse. that must be their diversity they're talking about.
My diversity, yeah.
My diversity.
I'm still yet to see an alien protagonist in the Star Wars story.
Yeah. I don't know. From what
I've seen... They didn't even make the Mandalorian female.
Oh, God. I'm actually happy they didn't do it, because now all the little SJWs are like, I don't like this show because it's a male lead. Male, female. Oh, Jesus. But
they have the female blacksmith, but it's just like, as long as you write it well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. I think the biggest problem is probably like these actors, they say stuff and it's like the media takes it and doubles down on it.
Brie Larson appearing later on in The Mandalorian.
Oh, God. As Ahsoka. That would
because Dave Filoni writes that episode.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Even though George clearly said he wanted that character to be dead, but
George doesn't matter now because they bought it.
Oh, no. They keep asking him to come by, even they told him.
For that episode, they won't ask him to come by.
Yeah. They probably...
But the thing is, they ask him to come by, and he probably sits there and gives his feedback when they ask.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just like, he's there.
Yeah.
Now we can blame him if something goes
apart. Exactly. I mean, look at what they did with, like, the Greedo thing. They're like, that was George. All these fans are complaining about it. Well, that was George.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Then there's like Solo. It's like, oh, George Lucas is the reason it flopped. It's like,
exactly.
He only did a minor detail in one scene.
Yeah.
What?
It was basically just him putting a jacket on the thing.
Yeah.
That was his only contribute.
Yeah. And then they can...
Yeah. And Rogue One was like, oh, that's a nice ship. That should be in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the Yoda thing was probably a more serious. It was probably one of those things where, you know how George cares about certain aspects of the Star Wars more than others. Like if they're asking about midichlorians, you'd be like, "Oh, this about the midichlorians and all that." But other things he just doesn't care. It seems.
And he probably doesn't care about Star Wars as much now, anyway.
Yeah, not as much. But I
Just in
feel like
general.
he would probably jump on and be like, "Don't ruin my Yoda story that I had in mind."
Well, they already ruined other things, but hey.
Yeah.
So a completely different timeline that I can choose to ignore if I want to.
Exactly. That's one of the reasons why they should bring back Legends.
It's one of the reasons, like, they have the rights because they bought them to be able to do what they want with it, but that doesn't mean we have to like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, there's a place for criticism, but there's also a point where I go, well, that's just becoming way too negative, so I'm just going to focus on what I like.
Yeah, I don't.
But the Mandalorian's turning out decent.
Yeah, that and Fallen Order. Have you seen like the leaks and stuff for Fallen Order?
Someone told me the ending was a bit whack, but other than that, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it gives off like Force Unleashed vibes around there.
Yeah, with Jedi Knight gameplay still being better.
Something about Vader, but
well, yeah. I mean, I guess you don't care about spoilers.
Yeah, I don't care about spoilers. I'm like,
well, someone told me that
Rey is actually Shmi
with the tip of a lightsaber and survives, and he recovers really quickly. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's
gotta
definitely
have
like
that plot armor.
Yeah. This and Mandalorian feel like the most connected to like the rest of the lore because at least there's like Rhodians
I don't know
and
the
stuff.
rest of the lore, but yeah,
well, yeah,
they actually
to like
reused
EU
alien
and stuff.
designs. Funny about that.
Yeah, because they brought back like the blurk and stuff. I was like, well, that's kind of impressive.
They had a few other EU references in the first episode as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind them doing it as long as they don't ruin it. Like,
and yeah, the thing with me is if they blatantly just rip off EU things. It's
yeah,
if they, why are you doing that?
Exactly. Like, I was discussing in a last live stream that actually worked. That was laggy as fuck. That Ben Solo should have like had his middle name or the first name as Jason. Because it's very clearly he's a ripoff.
Well, they took the name Jason and slapped it on the kid in the end of Rebels.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that feels like completely weird. It's like, why didn't you just do that for
How do you
Solo?
Get Jason out of
a green-haired
where he's supposed to come from?
Yeah.
Which I still don't believe because they just imply it, but they don't say it. So I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah, and from like Dave Filoni's own lore, right? Because like the Twi'lek human hybrid didn't even look like that in the Clone Wars series.
If the one wasn't adopted that they had in the Clone Wars series.
Well, I think it actually
was. But they
like
implied that it's a hybrid, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Because how old was it? How old was it?
It was fairly old.
The kid looked like a few years old already.
Yeah.
And the Clone Wars had only been going for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. I would probably like Kanan more if like Freddie Prinze Jr. wasn't the way he was off screen. Star Wars is for fucking children. Well, now you have to approve your YouTube videos.
I took the screenshot of the picture actually a while ago and sent it to you, but they were saying kids under 13.
Yeah, and the thing is, they can't
by US law, and over 13 aren't. And George Lucas had his original intended audience to be 13 years and over.
Yeah.
So have fun with that.
Apparently they can't put ads on like videos that are meant for children.
If your channel's set to made for kids, they can just not give you a community tab and stuff.
Oh, like automatically, you don't have to wait for like 1,000.
No, they just don't let you have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When it's like only for or not for kids, or
when it's made for kids.
Oh, when for made.
And like on videos, they won't allow commenting and stuff. I was like, what's the point of that?
Which is funny because it's like now what's Disney gonna do?
It just sounds like demonetization with extra steps.
Yeah. Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that season 4 episode was lit.
It just sounds like cable with extra steps. Streaming.
Actually, it's the next episode up. Oh, not quite yet. But yeah, the season 4 premiere for Rick and Morty is lit.
Yeah.
Have you watched
I still want Szechuan sauce. We never got it.
The Milan McNugget Szechuan sauce, Morty.
Yeah. It would be really cool if, like, when Mulan comes out, they actually bring it back.
They should.
They won't, but they should.
I mean, we didn't get it here in Australia anyway.
We didn't get it in Canada either. It was like an American thing.
Come on, we want that Milan McNugget Szechuan sauce.
And then we like try it and it tastes horrible.
Well, yeah, I think that was the joke as well. It's because he said it tastes really good that he knew it was a hologram.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Yeah.
Extra layers. Because all of McDonald's taste crap, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Rick and Morty is actually a really good show, but the fan base is crap.
Yeah. That's one of the things I brought up on my podcast last episode. Mm. I was like, well, my friend was like, well, both the Sonic fandom and the Rick and Morty fandom are kind of crazy.
I haven't interacted with the Sonic fandom much. I've just seen on the news that Rick and Morty fans went and rioted to get the Szechuan sauce.
Oh, yeah. One like ridiculous. Stood up on the counter and I was like dancing. And I was like, Jesus, they're just trying to work.
I really wish they said wubba lubba dub dub when they did that.
Just jump up and down on the counter. Wubba lubba dub dub.
And then they just start going... what's we call it?
Yeah.
The songs from Rick and Morty that they made up for the competition.
Oh god.
Take off your pants and your panties.
Dim bushes down under. Yeah, someone's gonna clip that. On the CjH, we don't have censorship.
Oh, yeah. With Fallen Order, you can get a pet that's the RE1 mini pet. That's the droid from Fallen Order on Souls of Republic.
Yeah.
So Toyotol's weird because it just adds these things as commercial things.
Yeah.
That add nothing to the actual game story or anything.
If anyone like watched those like those gameplay trailers for Old Republic and then played the Old Republic games, they'd kind of be disappointed with the graphics.
Oh yeah, I mean the trailers just should be what they're using for animated TV shows.
Yeah, well that too. I didn't mind it for Clone Wars, but if you're gonna make like an adult Clone Wars show.
And I can understand with budget if it isn't quite as high quality, but if you look, I would like to see the budget for if they created one episode of Blur Studios animation style compared to the budget of a live action.
I think that's probably why they're able to do such convincing CGI for The Mandalorian, because it's only like half an hour per episode.
And it's also because of the prequels.
Yeah.
You're being in the forefront of developing the technology for CGI.
Exactly.
So you have all of that going on.
Yeah, they're so used to it now.
When you go, they had to create everything to be able to make CGI.
Yeah. I think it's funny that like all CGI is like gray, and then someone goes in and colors it up.
Yeah, it is funny a bit.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, when you model certain figures, and it's like
I guess
color.
it's like making clay pots, and then you color it in. But yeah, it's cool. I put a channel update up earlier, and then I recorded a few, a couple of articles.
Yeah. Someone actually.
But it's interesting because you can make it 18+ separately.
Yeah.
If it's made for kids.
Yeah. With half the stuff I say, it probably should be 18+. I have to censor mine now with like duck sound, quack, the quack sound from PewDiePie's.
You must be quackers.
Quackers. But yeah, I know I was me and my friend Bill the Mod. We were like writing a skit for like the Drama on Blast thing where it's John Shazam goes to interview ducks at a duck pond and try to get like people for the podcast.
You're interviewing them and you're going, "What are you swearing at me for?"
It's like bring a loaf of bread as money. It's like here. Yeah, I uploaded like the most recent one. It was like a Russian because I was doing this whole different character.
So you're a Russian bot.
I'm a Russian bot. I should have had that at the end of the video. That
missed opportunities.
Yeah, missed opportunities.
No, you quickly like re-edit it.
Yeah. At least I talked about like Batman because Robert Pattinson was like, you know, said that stuff about Batman being a woman. I was like, I should make a video about this.
Yeah.
But yeah. I definitely don't upload as much as I should, probably because like it takes so much.
The algorithm doesn't favor my every 2 days approach, but that's what's manageable for me.
Yeah, I think it favors more when like you have more subs.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also when you share it around and people actually click on it and watch.
Yeah, that too.
Because the algorithm does. There's one time someone said YouTube recommended their video and they found me.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, it actually worked. But then, even then, it's just like, it's whatever's trending as well. Like, if you're talking about The Mandalorian and then you have a video separate to a stream that goes up, that'll come up as a trending topic.
Yeah. Some of my videos that actually went crazy were like trending topics, like the Joker fan film did pretty well because
the later content, like if you just sit down and read an article about George Lucas when all the George Lucas stuff was going on, got heaps of views.
Yeah, I should.
It's like my defending the expanding universe video George Lucas section just happened to go up at that time. It's got more views than I have subs.
Yeah, that's usually the key of it. Yeah.
Jar Jar is the key to all of this. Yeah, it's got 534 views on it.
Yeah. Did you see the J.J. Abrams article where like he made fun of George once again about midichlorians? I was like,
I haven't been keeping up with the news that much, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
the articles I read are from 2012 and 2013.
2012. Be like, this is what Disney said about the EU creative freedoms.
I should just say I used Internet Explorer.
Okay.
I was looking at articles in 2012 and 2013.
With the way my internet is, I wouldn't be surprised if this is Internet Explorer disguised as Google Chrome.
Wait, hang on. You're not a person at all. You're just Internet Explorer.
Just Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer chan, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe I did that gargling ASMR thing. That was probably the best part of the stream. With the stream before when I was like working.
That's what you're gonna use as the intro to all of your podcasts now.
This intro with the gargling of yeah. One of the things I did I tell you? Yeah, for the latest podcast episode, I was like, we started banning things and making loud noises. I was like, this is ASMR. Try to sleep to this.
I'll sleep like a baby.
In the most rock noise voice ever.
I'll sleep like a baby. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, do the metal head scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. With the sequel trilogy, I hope like it just ends. Like, honestly, I probably would have been more excited for, say,
Let go of the past. Kill it if you have to.
Yeah, pretty
in
much.
the past now. No one cares about it.
But when you need money, bring back Palpatine.
It's not about the money.
Not about the money until it starts flopping, and then it's like, we need you back.
Baby, come back. Blame it all on me.
Yeah. People see, like, they'll bring back Luke Skywalker in the flesh and be like, see, we fixed the movies.
See, we fixed the movie. At the end of Rise of Skywalker, he rose out of bed and said, oh, what a terrible dream I had.
Yeah. And then Ben Skywalker walks in. It's like...
And then it ends up as just Luke at the end of Return of the Jedi, like just afterwards. Oh, I had a terrible dream.
Where it ends at like Crucible, and it's like,
oh well, if they want to get rid of the EU, get rid of the EU. He just wakes up and he's on his island and just goes, "Oh, that was a bad dream."
That was a bad dream.
And then he goes off back to the Resistance or whatever. Just goes back to the New Republic.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. Oh shit! I had 2 tabs open and it still didn't lay. Amazing.
The Aussie joined the stream. Aussie joined.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Yeah. But yeah. It was good to have like me on like Ryan Kendall's stream computer not working.
Yeah, other than your computer.
But then again, I was like watching the stream all night, so it kind of, heated up a little bit. Yeah.
There's good memes coming from The Mandalorian as well.
Oh yeah, true. I love Star Wars.
You should join The Mandalorian bounty posting.
Yeah. What do you think, like, where Marvel's going? Do you think it's gonna be maybe like take the place of Star Wars and go downhill?
I don't know. I think the next phase of Marvel won't do as well because they're going woke.
Yeah, that and there's like there's no goal. Unless they do something crazy.
Where are they going?
Yeah, unless they do something crazy and be like, oh, the X-Men, or Fantastic Four, you know, Doctor Doom or something.
Just do something. But after the Captain Marvel stuff, I've lost interest.
Yeah.
Plus, in the end, I mean, I lost a bit of interest in Marvel because they all felt the same anyway.
Yeah.
Like the same comedic tones and everything.
Yeah.
I think is
I've
not as good as like DC have made theirs more unique for each character.
I have big hopes for DC. I'm hoping like after
Release
Joker,
the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, release the Snyder and watch as it's like even worse. I don't know, that image of PS1 Steppenwolf that Jason Momoa released with him stabbing Steppenwolf. That kind of, I was like, yeah, it's still the PS1 Steppenwolf, just in black and white.
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know, the Batman v
And
Superman.
then imagine if they just were like, nah, Steppenwolf's defeated, but now we're bringing in Darkseid.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I don't think it would be as cool as like Thanos with a 3-dimensional backstory, but he would still be kind of cool.
And yeah, it just depends how they write it, I guess.
Yeah, I do think they need to make a Martian Manhunter movie. It won't be as heartwarming as I said in the podcast. I still can't believe I said that. I had to cut out the whole after I was like, I'm confirmed to be an alt-right. I support genocide of a species. But
fun times.
Yeah. But yeah, I think The Flash is another one that I want them to make a movie of.
They should have done all the individual movies before Justice League.
Yeah.
Because then we'd actually have context and actually care about the characters.
Yeah, they keep making like Batman movies and stuff, and I love Batman, but
everyone likes Batman. If we make a Batman movie, it'll make money. Woo.
Yeah. But after a while, it's like just make something new. There's like thousands of characters they could pick. I don't know why they have to keep picking Superman and Batman.
Like, I don't know.
Like Wonder Woman was like a refresh of breath air because
and we've got the next Wonder Woman movie coming out soon as well.
And like Aquaman was half decent too, and then Shazam.
And Shazam was tricky because I had to make it more comedic because he's a kid.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of the
Snyder, they balanced that well.
The Snyder fans kind of wanted a dark and gritty Shazam. I don't think a lot of people would probably win.
I don't think a dark and gritty Shazam would be very appealing as well because he's supposed to be a kid.
Exactly.
Who wants to watch a story about some kid just being depressed all the time?
Yeah. And then, I mean, the movie itself was kind of dark at times.
Yeah, definitely balanced it. Like, they had the moments where it was more serious when it was supposed to be. Exactly.
I mean, he ended up causing a car accident and all that, the bad guy.
Yeah. And the final fight wasn't comedic.
Yeah.
It seemed that serious, which is good.
Yeah. Which is, I think Man of Steel should have had a balance, too. I feel like they should have colorized scenes where he's, like, flying around and being helpful, and then have, like, the action scenes as the more serious moments, like they had.
Yeah.
Because
it shows as well, like, when he was trying to do his thing and abusing his power, how the public reacted and everything was good.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of people don't like that movie, but I think it's very underrated.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm going, if the DC movies are going to be like that in the future, that'll be good to sit and enjoy.
Yeah. I would like them to release a Snyder Cut because I feel like that way they
And
can wrap it up.
apparently, it's already done and everything. So
Yeah,
may as
apparently.
well.
Despite all like Collider
Even-
and all those people being like, it doesn't exist.
Because apparently Jason Momoa watched it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, then you can't say it's not real if he said, I legit watched it.
Now, will it be a masterpiece? I don't think so. But like,
every movie has its flaw, and art is subjective, and the
Yeah.
real dark, gritty tones that don't appeal to like, as many
Yeah.
people as a bit lighter tone would. But
Yeah.
then again, Justice League, how it is at the moment, doesn't appeal to as many people.
yeah, a
So.
lot of these movies they have this sometimes a cult of fans, and they're like obsessed, and they think certain movies are masterpieces. Like they think they view Zack Snyder as almost like a Alfred Hitchcock. I'm like, he's not. He's more of a Michael Bay than Michael Bay.
How do you get more Michael Bay than Michael?
More explosions. or George, it's like more intense, faster, faster, more intense.
Faster, harder, stronger.
Okay. But yeah, there's that saying again. They're gonna clip that, but yeah.
It was actually the motto for Jamboree, I think, at one point. They had the things around the badge and that went faster, harder, stronger.
That was the song too, I think.
Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Or stranger, as Joker says.
What doesn't kill you makes you suffer.
Yeah. I never understood the Joker quote though. Like, I understood the other ones, but like stranger, how does that?
Well, look what he went through and
Yeah,
everything
true.
that he went through, and look how he turned out. He
Yeah.
turned out stranger.
Yeah, strange. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping the next episode's Mandalorian turns out to be half decent. You know, I hope they don't go downhill.
I hope they actually show a bit more of what the protagonist desires properly. Because at the moment, it's just like, I want to get Beskar. I want to get money.
I
it.
don't want them. Yeah, part of me is like, I don't want them to fail. I want them to do well. But they
Part
always
of me says that, but the other part of me says they need to have a hard fall and then properly rethink what they need to do.
Yeah. Do you
I
think...
want them to release more EU content.
Yeah.
So in a way, having things go worse would help that. Yeah.
Do you think they should release like animated versions of the EU, like how they're doing What If for Marvel?
I think as long as they do it justice.
Yeah. Well,
like if they do it and change the story or just leave out important parts, then it's not going to be as good.
Because didn't they change like Darth Malgus's thing when they released that DLC?
What?
And then they changed like the cyborg guy for 108.
Valence.
Yeah. They changed him
Valence,
a little bit. And it was like
they changed him because they were going on in the early issues about half man, half machine.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's a Terminator.
Yeah. And in that sense, like part of me is like, if they do continue the EU, they'll just treat it as if it's Infinities.
I think they more treated it as a way of, okay, let's get the EU fans over week. Let's give them 108, and then we're going to start a Target Beta series with him in it.
Exactly.
Which is just ripping up another EU character to try and get people in.
And maybe they'll like continue stories about well, they already continued stories about Jackson, and then they brought him back after making fun of Jackson.
I find it funny that slowly everything that the list said that was
Yeah.
the worst thing for the EU is just coming back.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you want Skippy the droid? Here you
Oh,
go. Here's
Clone
Skippy.
Emperor was stupid.
Yeah.
In episode
Oh,
9.
You want
Yeah,
more legends?
the Emperor's coming
Yeah.
back.
That's what they're hearing. It's like, you want more legends? Okay, here's Clone Emperor. Here's
Legends.
Luke.
Legends don't burn down villages.
Yeah. Villagers burn down legends.
And then you look at Darth Kaidos.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool. I see the comments are very active.
Yeah, the comments are very active. That's what happens when you get like only 97 subs. I'm surprised my troll hasn't appeared and be like, I like turtles. Or whoever
I
commented.
like trains.
I like trains. Yeah. He probably already disliked the video though.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. It counts as an engagement. YouTube counts it as an engagement. So dislikes don't really matter.
What
but
are
they add
why
to the.
you're getting married, are you? It's engagement.
Oh, engagement. True. Yeah. I can't believe I titled this stream "Fix Your Darn Internet, CJ."
Get good, scrub.
Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, with the VR thing, like the thing that it was only like $20 for a full hour, I think, or whatever. It was pretty fun to do, especially with all these like horror games and Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's lit.
I couldn't handle the horror games though. I was like halfway through, I was like, "Fuck this shit." I think
You just need to stream until you rage quit. Stream until you...
I bailed when some ghost threw a fucking table at me. I was like, "Oh." Yeah.
You just need to stream until you rage quit on the horror games.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Bioshock 3 may be announced soon.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Isn't
interesting.
that
Not Infinite,
EA?
but an actual
No.
3. Take-Two Entertainment.
Yeah. Now I know not to ever like use the cam on here because when I tried to.
Your computer just needs to get good.
My computer just was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm bailing."
You completely gut your computer, and it will be more useful than it is at the moment.
Probably. Ever since I like updated to Windows 10 on here, I was like, "Ooh."
Oh, what was it originally?
9.
There is no Windows 9.
Or 7 or wherever it was. Yeah.
It's like Area 51 raid. What?
There is 9.
none.
Oh. What do you mean?
It's like finding all the number 13s are in Area 51.
Yeah. Yeah. An hour